Hi, I'm Scott Griffith. I'm the chairman and CEO at ZIPCAR. We're about a 10-year-old company. We're based in Cambridge, Massachusetts. We recently went public in April of this year, so this is an exciting time for us to talk about where the company is, and we've been really building on the momentum over the last 10 years. We're now the largest car-sharing company in the world, in fact. Based in Cambridge, have always been based here, and started as a company that was really missionary and visionary, one that thought that cars, single occupant cars and single owner cars in cities was sort of a broken model. We have a very different point of view about how people ought to share assets as opposed to own them all for individual consumption. And so ZIPCAR really has come along and become, I think, now the poster child for what's been called shared consumption or the shared economy, people are calling it now. And what's been exciting for us is that we've really built a smart brand around that idea. Consumers use us often because we're a smart choice. We save them money. We make their life simpler and easier when they live in cities. We also probably make their life a little greener, more sustainable, so that's another great benefit that the company brings. And it's a reason now that we've gone from just a few thousand members almost 9 years ago when I joined the company to now over 600,000 members. So that momentum continues to build, and we're now an international company. We've bought a company in London called Streetcar that we're now converting to the ZIPCAR brand, and continue to build on that and grow as the company rolls forward as a public company now. ZIPCAR is a car sharing company. We're the largest car sharing company in the world, and car sharing is really, from our perspective, it's selling a car 1 hour at a time. So we're changing the idea of car ownership into a service. We do that by placing our cars all around the city in locations that we call parking pods. Sometimes there are 2 cars, sometimes there are 20 cars, but we really want to have walk-to convenience. So you make a reservation on an iPhone or an Android app or on the internet. We send a wireless message to the car. You're reserving the exact car you'll be driving when you're out on a ZIPCAR reservation. You walk up to the car and you open the door with either your iPhone or your Android app or an RFID card that we give you. So there's nobody there at the pickup and drop off location. It's all self-service. So, and that's the idea, is we want you to be able to get immediate access to a car and only pay for that little bit of time that you actually need to be in the car. The rest of the time, someone else is paying for it, another member of ZIPCAR, and that's the sharing concept. We clean the cars. We maintain them like it's your personal vehicle. We clean them at least once a week. And if you need gas, by the way, while you're out on reservation, our system allows you to buy gas, and that bill comes back to us. It's included in your hourly or daily price. The cars are fully insured by Liberty Mutual, major well-known underwriter, for $300,000 liability policy. So very much like your personal auto policy would act, should you, God forbid, ever get into an accident, you'd have full coverage up to $300,000. So it's really like buying a car, but just paying 1 hour at a time. It's all inclusive, the pricing, it's simple, and it's self-service, and it's in your neighborhood. Globespan's a firm we've been working with for quite a while. Our relationship really came through Jonathan Seelig. Jonathan was our chairman for a while. Since the company's investment, we've gotten to know other team members there. Yo Koga, who has helped us thinking about Asian strategy and international growth, particularly with a focus on Asia. That's the relationship we've had with the firm. It's been one that's been interactive. In fact, Yo spends time in our office and does work with the team internally, thinking about long-term strategy in Asia. We've all traveled together into some Asian countries to do some exploring of the markets and thinking through strategy in market with Yo and with Jonathan. So it's a very close working relationship. It's somewhat unique when it comes to venture capital relationships because of their hands-on in Asia, and their deep expertise in Asia is something we've really brought into the company. We've worked quite a bit on international strategy, international growth strategy. I'd say specifically on Asian strategy, where Globespan has really pitched in is, one, they encouraged us and really convinced us that travel into Asia with them as a partner on strategy was the best approach. We can read the books and the studies on Asia and what the market opportunity looks like, but you go there and get in the market. and interview people that they could put us in touch with in market became a really important part of our strategic thinking process for Asia. And their ability to open doors and get us in front of the right people in Asia was very helpful in that process. We weren't starting from scratch as we landed in different economies in Asia. They did a lot of front-end work for us because they had people on the ground and an expertise and a network that we were able to develop. So that was very helpful for us, and out of that came some thinking about priorities for Asia. Where might we go first and second or third, and what looks like longer term versus shorter term opportunities. And being able to really drill down on that in partnership with Globespan has been very helpful. The Asian Business Development team has helped us a number of ways. I'd say specifically the most important way they've helped us is really understand the culture, where the economics are in each of the countries we looked at, what are the emerging trends, what are the consumer trends in those countries, and then match those up against the ZIPCAR business model and really help us assess the potential for our business at a country level and sort of work our way through that, and then start to think through who are the partners that we might want to work with in some of these countries at some point in the future when we do develop business directly in Asia. So the direct output has been, more understanding of the economics, better understanding of our business model fit with the culture and consumer behavior in these countries. Are we going to have to make major changes to the brand or the business model to make our business work in Asia or certain parts of Asia? Those are all tangible outputs that have come from the work that we've done with Asian Business Development team. A big differentiator is, one, their depth of knowledge about Asia and Asian economies and doing business in Asia. Their willingness to travel with the management team and do direct meetings with management in Asia, come back and cull through the data and be hands-on. Having team members that spend time directly in our office on a weekly basis helping to develop strategy. These are pretty unique relationships that we have that you typically don't see with other venture capital firms, where you might have a board member but not nearly the sort of involvement at the operational or strategy level that we've had in Asia with Globespan.